Welcome back to Another Corpse, Part 2. The visual grandness of this building upon initial entry presented to me is that of dreams. A glance up, I see a ceiling as tall as a giant, painted white, a silver chandelier in the centre, on the ground polished marble with lines of red carpeting, and in front a staircase leading to the second floor. I race up the stairs and begin my way up to the infant's room, where the suspected creature may be. Walking down one of the halls, I can hear the baby's cry. I reach to my sword and pistol at my side and prepare myself to face this creature. After long last, I'm at the right door. As the sounds are at their loudest, I burst in ready for combat. Once the door is open, I can see it. It is within sight. The beast. It's looming over the baby's bassinet. It looks like almost every other creature I've faced, but slightly bigger. A skeletal framework similar to a human's, but on all fours like a chimpanzee. Its body covered in patches of tattered hair, piece of its own flesh slowly degenerating, sharp wild teeth with every tooth looking like canines protruding from its head. Its eyes black, no pupil, no iris, nothing but an abyss that can see right through you. Of course, also there's big talon-like hands and feet, just like a raptor with 4 legs. I also noticed wrapped around its shoulder a satchel made of scraps and random material. This is the first time witnessing these creatures with apparel. His hand outreached to the baby and is ignoring me, so I decide to shoot at its body. It hits right in the abdomen. It sights and focuses on me and begins to charge, my sword at the ready for close combat. It comes at me with a huge swipe from its left side, its poor apparel barely missing me as I dart to the side. 5 more rounds of my pistol, but best not to fire again while it's on the move, may harm the child. With swiftness, while the beast attempts to reorientate to me for another strike, I hack at the closest thing to me, its right wrist. With as much might as I could muster in this space, the blow lands and appears as it has cracked through the ulnar and not much deeper. Its body is tough, the blade only stuck halfway through its arm. The beast lets out a scream and pulls his arm back, releasing my blade and holds his injured arm. Before I could attempt another blow, the creature rushes like lightning for the bassinet. With its good hand dropping the bad one, grabs the child and places him in the satchel and leaps out the window it came. It began to take the rooftops once more, my heart devastated as I could hear the screams of the child fade further and further away. Tiredly, I begin my way back outside to the mother. As I walk my way down the stairs to the door, wiping the murky blood off my blade and sheathing it, I think about why did it need the child? Why did it need the satchel? Is it collecting? I haven't seen this before. Once out the mansion, I hear the distressed cries of the mother, the crowd still surrounding her, an older gentleman comforting her. In great regret, I walk towards her. At her feet I speak, with her tear-filled eyes staring deep into mine. I am sorry, miss. I can't imagine what you're going through, but there is a chance that your baby won't be harmed. I notice on the creature a satchel. I haven't seen this before. I have a strange gut feeling something malicious is going on, and I've got to now find out what I can do. It is odd that these creatures aren't killing the children, but collecting them, I thought. With a rush of adrenaline, before the mother could even speak, the breath back in my lungs are run in the direction of the beast as I moved down the streets parallel to the buildings it would have been running on. The people of the morning assisted me by pointing in the direction last seen as I shout out asking where it went. In the distance I see a chestnut horse, but not a man or woman mounting it. I decide to take it as my vehicle for the chase. This creature is going at a constant pace and is clearly much faster than I. I can't hear any noises of the child or it. Hopefully, the steed can close the gap. Once at the horse's face, I untether it and ride. I still cry out for help and direction. The people help me as they can. While I am ducking in and out of the way of the carts, horses and people, I ride for a quiet while, almost at my limits. Then finally I reach the exit of the city. The 2 guards at the gate on the ground in agony, with a witness citizen there to tend for them. They have been attacked while the beast was on the run. In their gasping breaths they say, whatever it was, it went towards the forest. The local man with the guards assures me that he will help these people. I nod and respond and push forth, still upon this commandeered horse. To the forest of Perdita. On my way to Perdita, I can see splashes of the beast's blood on the dirt pathway in front of me, acting as breadcrumbs for me to track. I grow confident and perplexed that I am going to save this child, as I also question what did the beast want with that child. It could have killed it even before it got to its room if it so wished. Further down the path, the horse's stamina almost spent, as she brings my vision closer and closer to the green rooftops of the forest. Now at the opening of the forest path, I can see her. I can stop my newfound mount. I decide to dismount and go by foot now. It'll be easy for me to follow this creature silently then. Before leaving my steed to roam, I pat her in gratitude, feeling at the chest wall, her heart pulse punching through the wall. After my farewell, I'll leave her to scrounge for whatever food she may want. Whoever owned her, I can pay them back. If not returned, I can even pay for a new horse if needed. With an attempt to keep my breath calm after the intense morning run, I begin my hunt for the beast. I check my pocket watch to see the time. It is around 8:30 a.m. Been on the chase for well over 2 hours now. So much in such little time. With this new path, I scatter for signs of the creature's whereabouts. I look to the trees for broken branches, but I see nothing other than lush poetic beauty of leaves combinations with a breeze that is persuasively moving through, giving opportunity for sprinkles of sunlight to peer through. I am now much further down the path, horse out of sight. I see in front of me more blood. Then I see to the right, twisted and cracked off, the creature's hand, just lying there, like a fallen tree branch. This is the first for me. I've never seen a creature self-mutilate, or even run off into these woods. For years I've been hunting these things, but I've only seen them in Morton. Suddenly I hear its gurgles and grunts. Cautiously I begin to walk closer. Before getting too far, I draw my pocket knife and mark the trees as I walk by, so I can find my way back to the path. The denseness and the size of Perdita is simply too immense for just one human mind to remember without living here. I place each step like a cat hunting for a mouse, making sure every step thought of and accounted for. The beast's gurgles are getting audibly closer to my ear. Then an opening among the twigs and leaves. An area with no trees but grass. In the centre a hole. Medium-sized stones lining the outside. I see it, the beast. It is walking into the hole. There must be stairs. I cannot see as it staggers its way down deeper and deeper. I can hear the echoes of the crying child. Still silent, I walk closer to the hole and see the stairs. It is cruelly made of compact dirt, no rail to the side, spiraling down into the deep, dark drop. The only thing that is lighting it is little flickers of flame. I then force my fear back into the depths of thought, and bring forth the courage needed so to venture into the pit to save the child. I cling to the wall like a magnetized iron, making my way hopefully to the short bottom. The baby's cry is still occurring, but now something else can be heard. The sounds of an older woman, it seems. I can just make out what she is saying. Shh. Calm down, young one. Calm down. This voice continues to speak, until eventually silence. Finally, at the bottom, revealed as a short passage held up by wooden beams, lit by candles placed within the skulls of animals firmly shoved into the dirt. As I make my way through these paths, a large opening is apparent. Within this opening is a stone cylindrical building going from floor to top, what seems to be about 20 meters tall. There are no visible windows, only one wooden door, and in a spiral pattern from the bottom to the top, the skulls of humans, each two having candles within them, coating the stone wall. There must have been just over 100 of them. I see to the left and the right of this opening more pathways, and to the path on the left I see what I've been tracking this morning, waddling its way into the passage, bad arm cradled in this good one. When the beast is out of my sight, I make my way to this building. I didn't see the baby in its hands, so the older woman must have it. At the door I place my ear. Inside I can hear singing. Terrible and out of tune, but singing nonetheless. It now sounds like the singing is coming closer and closer to the door. I decide best to hide around the corner of the building. I was right in my observations as I hear the door open and hit the wall. The old lady still singing, walking away towards one of the paths. I take a quick glance to see her, but all inside is silver long hair entering the path where the beast is just headed. I cannot see the body. That is part 2 of Another Corpse. Please stay in tune for the next part. If you enjoy this sort of content, please subscribe. I also have a BitChute account, so please go check that out as well, please. Have a good one. This has been Matty G 911.